I can't tell you.
He's a tech-savvy guy, gonna show you the way. You better load your bags, cause crypto's here to stay. Listen up, gonna teach you about this and that. But he's just a goofy guy in a straw hat. So join in and have a laugh. It's gonna be a good time, that's a fact. Information and crypto parodies. Sit back and enjoy the show. You just never know which way you'll go. Get ready for Digitspin Crypto.
Hey guys, it's Dino, Digitspin Crypto. Let's click on a couple of things on the screen so I can see what's going on. Makes my life a little easier. Now, we're going to talk about something different today. We're going to talk about NFTs and DeFi and applying it through a game. Pretty exciting, pretty good stuff. Now, remember, I'm just a goofy guy in a straw hat. I'm not your financial advisor, so don't pretend that I am. That's always important. And we'll get started. So we're going to talk a little bit about a game called Splinterlands. And you could call it a game, but it's really the easiest and funnest way to learn how to play with NFTs and DeFi. A lot of you guys, you all talk about, I collect this coin, I collect that coin. Hey, Dino, what is an NFT? What does that mean? Well, all this DeFi stuff, all I see people getting the rug pulled out from underneath of them. How do I get into that safely, easily, and fun? I got the answer for you. And we're going to talk about it. Let's take a quick look. I just wanted to see. Bitcoin's on a tear. 13.1. It just won't give up. It's holding up at that $13,000 mark. Very exciting. Very nice. I'm glad to see it didn't drop right back down. I'm looking forward to seeing it break that $14,000 mark. So keep your eyes on it over the next period of days ahead, because I have a feeling that all throughout next year we're going to see some excitement, and we'll see where the value goes. Everything else, though, every time Bitcoin takes that giant leap forward, all the alts get crushed. You look at it, everything else is red, and then they slowly work their way back up. So if you're holding on to alts, don't get skittish. If you don't believe in your alt, then trade it out. Do what you got to do. If you believe in your project and your token, then you're obviously in it for a long-term hold, and you're going to hang on to it for that period of time, however it takes, because you've looked into it, you believe in it. Like Electroneum. People that have been holding Electroneum, they know what Electroneum's trying to do. They believe in it, and they're going to hold on to it. So, let's talk about these NFTs. Now, NFT, and I'm going to try to interact, because this is going to be an AMA. So if you guys have questions, put it on the channel as we go along. I'm going to interact at the same time. Now, NFT is non-fungible token. All right, so you have fungible coins, non-fungible coins. And a fungible coin is like a US dollar. Every dollar, we'll use that as an example. Every dollar is worth the same. I had some fake money here. I guess I lost it. All right. So if I have these three fake $100 bills made in China, but let's say these were real, I could walk into the store and I can purchase something, and I could use any one of these $100 bills. They're all valued the same. They're different serial numbers, but they're fungible. They're all exactly the same value. They're tradable, interactive. I can do one of these, I can do one of these, and pick this one out. It's $100. It's all the same. There's nothing else unique about them, except for the serial number, that makes it any different. An ounce of gold, I can have 3 coins of an ounce of gold, and they're all worth the same amount. They're fungible. I could trade them in and out. A non-fungible token would be something like if I had a baseball card. They're all baseball cards, but this one's a Mickey Mantle and this one's not. Okay, and the Mickey Mantle card's worth $5,000. Well, the one that's not is worth 10. Okay, and so I can't trade them in and out. They're unique. They represent something very specific, and they can have, because of that, they can have a unique value attached to it because it represents a unique item. Now, these have come in handy because you see them in the news or on the news articles a lot of times where they're talking about, hey, this famous artist sat there and he drew out fun and shiny, okay, and all right, and he drew out this amazing piece of art, and let's see here, and he put this together and he digitized it and he put it the digital file right out there, and he created a nice little graphic, all right, and it gets sold as an associated NFT that goes with it, and that NFT you have rights to the original piece of art, even though it can be copied and duplicated and everybody can look at it. You have the quote ownership of it with this NFT. So on the blockchain somewhere, you have the keys for the NFT of the original. So I could take a look at that. And some of these NFTs from some of these artists, I think one sold for $100,000 at Christie's, and there's some others. So I can open up my NFT, put it up on the screen, and I can say, wow, that's a nice, everybody else can see it too, but I own it. And theoretically, that's great. So how do we make that better? Because to me, it seems kind of crunchy. What's the sense? Does it seem, what am I going to do? I'm going to buy it. I mean, it's great to support the artists and all, but I guess only time will tell if the pictures will be of more value. And that's just one example on an NFT. There are far others. All right. So what I'm bringing to you is that there is a way to get an NFT. Well, what if I could have this NFT, purchase it, and not only see it and own it, but interact with it? Maybe play with it in a game. So now it brings me some joy because I own this NFT. Maybe I can buy multiple copies of it and upgrade the power and performance of this NFT because nobody else can have this one. I own this one. So I can make it better. I can increase its value and then maybe play with it at the same time. And what if I could then take it and apply some DeFi to it? Decentralized finance, where I could not only trade and sell my NFT, but maybe lease it out or rent it to somebody. Buy more cards and compress them together and make this one worth even more. Play it in a game. Use my NFT to battle another NFT, and if I win, I get an earning. These are all ways of DeFi. These are simple ways that Splinterland gives you that lets you try out DeFi and NFTs in a very fun, easy way. without having to get all caught up with all the nonsense. You can have fun learning a game and have a collectible. Or you can just buy the collectibles and look at them. But you're going to want to check it out. I'm going to have a referral link down below. If you click on it, you can get connected to Splinterlands. Don't cost you anything to use my referral. Helps support the channel. Okay, so now what ends up happening is that by going to Splinterlands and setting it up, I can then get free 35 free NFTs. All right, and they're little creatures. They're the cards, you know, it's a little character, you know, and it says, oh yeah, this guy's got five hit points and all that other stuff. And I get 35 of them. And then I can use them to put them together. I can pick which ones I want to put into a battle, and then play against another player. And if I win, I can earn some cryptocurrency. They call them dark energy crystals, which is kind of cool. It's a blast. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you want to give it a try to learn what NFTs are about, can't hurt just to get the freebies. Check it out. Get them, and you can either sit on them. You never know what you're going to get. You may get a rare card. Could be worth some money. You know, I've seen some of these cards that people have gotten over the last 2 years, and it's what some of them are selling for is shocking. You know, they actually bought additional packs. You know, obviously you get your freebies, but you can buy additional packs. You don't know what's in it, and it'll open up and play and show you what they are. It's a lot of fun. So let's take a look at what Splinterlands is here. I'm going to move myself out here. So you got Michael's out there, Timo's out there, Frederick's out there. It's good to see you guys. All right. So with Splinterlands, it kind of shows you, you know, you log in, you get your initial setup. Now, if you're going to want to play this game, let's just get into a couple of quick things. Let's go on the assumption that you're going to want to try this all out. All right. You can see the cards that are down here, different pieces of collectible cards. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do if you decide to do this, you can click on the link, you'll get it set up, you set up your account, it'll ask you your email and all that good stuff. Now, they're giving away 35 cards. There's a potential for value there. They don't want people just using bots to log in and just open up billions of accounts to collect the free cards. All right, so there's a spell book. So for your initial to get started is $10 to buy the spell book, where the cards can go in to and have for storage. So this way you have all of your different creatures basically in the spell book. All right, so there is a $10 barrier for entry. If you hang on and watch through on this video, at the end of the video, if somebody's interested, you'll be able to contact me, and I will give them a free spell book. So if you really want to try this out, you can't afford the $10 to get started, but want to learn about NFTs, DeFi, and Splinterlands game, we'll have a quick drawing at the end of the video to give away a free spell book if you don't have one. All right. So I have my spell book in place. Now, the first things you're going to want to do is when you get first loaded into the game is definitely there's a tutorial, and you're going to want to learn that tutorial. All right, or you can go into the facts here, and it'll ask you a couple of basic questions. Let's expand this a little bit. Maybe we can get it better. All right, and if you go into the facts, and way up here at the top, right up here at the top, there's a tutorial. And if you click this, there'll be little guys that'll pop up and run you through the tutorial. They'll give you, hi, new guy, let me show you how to do this, how to set up your cards, how to be able to play the game. Now, we're going to skip through that for that. That's really important that you do that first, so that you understand. You don't have to buy anything else You got your $10 spell book, but you definitely want to get a feel of what's going on so you understand what you're doing and how you're playing and or what how you're going to collect the cards. So when you first go in, you'll have a bunch of stuff up at the top here. You'll have shop, open, which is to open your packs, the market where you can buy and sell your cards. You can look at your cards in your deck and then obviously battle with them if you want. They have tournaments and guilds also. We created the Digitspin Furious Chicken Guild. The link will be down below. We've put together the Digitspin Furious Chicken Guild. The Furious Chicken is a specific card. Oh, hey! All sorts of excitement. The fireworks are going on outside. It's a specific creature that is just a chicken, and it runs around trying to take care of business. But needless to say, you definitely want to join that particular Digitspin Telegram channel if you want to get the tips and tricks and learn how to play the game even further. The link will be down in the description. Okay. So, when you first get in, you're going to get your 35 cards, all right? And it's going to issue them, and they will come up, in the listing, and you'll be able to see your initial cards. Each one is an NFT, okay? So, this Kobold Bruiser, you get that card, and here's the details about it. And there are statistics on here, so when you play the game, and I'll do other videos that explain a lot of that, but basically you have your strength, your speed, the top one is the strength, your speed, and the life force of the character. This is the cost to play the character in the game, not monetarily, but logically. You only get so many points and you have to use them up. Okay, now I can just collect my NFT and, say, oh, I got a nice collection, that's nice, and hold on to them. But if you interact with them, this is where you get to use not only the NFT as a holding, but you get to interact with it to have it earn you some money. Or you can put it up for sale and try to sell it for a few percentage more. One of the guys in the guild, he gets a card and he adds 50-75% to the cost, and then he puts it up for sale. And if somebody buys it, somebody buys it, and he makes some return on his money instantly. It's just a matter of what you want to do. I like to hold on to them. The guys that have held on to the first cards have seen a benefit. I've seen cards selling for 200 to 2,000% over their original cost just in the last year or two on these NFTs, just by holding on to them. And of course, if you play them, you can generate some income. So you can look at the card. Now, I happen to have a few of them. If you take a look at it, it'll show me. But it uses the Hive blockchain to run everything. And I took a look at this Hive blockchain. Shockingly, it's pretty spectacular. I have to say, I'm really impressed with what they did. I had no idea this thing existed. And it's some serious next level stuff. The Hive blockchain setup, and the developers who put that together know their stuff. Real smart folks. And it's a really impressive piece of software, the Hive network and the coins. I'm shocked that they're not selling for more than they are, but they have a decent value as is. But I'm surprised more people don't use this network, the Hive network, for smart contracts. All right, so it shows me. It goes up to the Hive network, looks at my smart contract, and it tells me, hey, these are the cards that you have, and it tells me what it's worth. Now I have one that I've compressed and added cards to it, so it's worth $1 now. Okay, it's what is it worth? Oh no, this one that's 9 cards. Okay, so it has 5 cards attached to it. It's worth 10 cents, just shy of 10 cents. Each card is worth about 2 cents at the moment. All right. Over time, a lot of these cards start off at 2 cents, but they end up, going to 50 cents over a year and a half. Because what happens is they only mint so many of the cards. So let's say they minted 100,000 cards or 1,000,000 cards of this Cobalt Bruiser. Let's say they minted 1,000,000 of them. Okay? Over time, as people get them in their packs, over time, to make the card more valuable and useful in the game, you can stack cards and combine cards. So I can take 100 of them. As I get 100 Cobalt Bruisers, and I can compress it and combine it all together. So now that one card has the strength of 100 cards behind it. But as it goes, it gives it extra features. All right. So instead of a 4 heart, maybe it'll be a 6 life. Instead of just 1 speed, it goes to 2 speed. So the card becomes more productive when you use it in battle in the game, which is kind of cool. And it has all that compressed value added to it at the same time. So as people get these cards and they start compressing them, well, the surplus of the cards disappears. And therefore, you might have, instead of 1,000,000 cards, you might have 1,000 or of 1,000 cards of a higher level. So now there's only 1,000 of them, and some of these cards, there's only 10,000 produced. So if they take them and you compress them all, there might only be 1,000 cards altogether, and it makes it worthwhile. And those are the cards that end up selling for a few $100 or $250. So that's the basic principle behind what's going on here. So the people, like a lot of guys, they started off with crypto kitties, and they were getting a little crypto kitty, and they put it on the screen, and then they bred it with another crypto kitty, and it created an extra crypto kitty with different features. And if it became more rare, the crypto kitty was wanted to be purchased. And this was all done as an ERC20 on the Ethereum network with a smart contract. And as you know, the fees get pretty expensive. So if you want to transfer to do an action with it, you could end up paying. If a card's selling for 2 cents, how are you going to pay $5 for a gas fee on Ethereum? How does that make sense? You're losing money left and right. So with this Hive network that's built on it, there's no cost to doing all these transactions. Speaking with Jesse, there's no cost behind the scene. That's the reason why they went with Hive. Hive is fast and don't cost anything. All right? To do these transactions. How can you beat it? It's shockingly a smart idea. So I can move around 2 cents, a card worth 2 cents, and still retain my 2 cent value without losing money. All right, and this is the reason why the game actually works. This is the reason why these NFTs function and have value, because you can start off at 2 cents and the card can end up being $50 a year or two from now. All right, depending on how rare it is, depending on how many people have compressed it up and there's no more cards left, and depending on how good the creature works in battle, So, really cool, really simple and fun way to get started, to learn how an NFT works and get it going. And especially if you, Electroneum and BAT and, those folks are just, now starting to get involved with the game. And you can go right up here. I can go to the shop. Let's move my fat head. I can go right up into the shop here. And let's say I want to buy a pack of cards. I can pay with credits. Basically, all funding going in and out gets turned into credits. 1 credit, $1. Okay? So you populate your credits first. Then with the credits, you can then purchase packs of cards or whatever you want to do, which is a lot of fun. So it says here, do you want to confirm the purchase of 1 booster pack? And you can say yes or no. Let's see if I come up and Let's see if it'll do it for me. Now, it says total 2,000, but that's actually $2. Let's see if this comes up. Usually this is pretty quick. I haven't played it on this computer yet or tested it, so we'll find out. So that may or may not work. All right. I've never had it take that long. Usually it's within 2 or 3 seconds. So I'm assuming that there's an issue. Let's refresh this here. Let's go back. So once I've purchased the pack, I go in here and I purchase a pack. Go into the shop. And I select it, pay with credits. I can select how I want to pay for it. I can send Bitcoin. I can send Electroneum. So basically, if it's Electroneum, it'll come up with the QR code. You scan it with your phone, boop, and do your payment. And it takes about they're not using the instant payment interface, so they're waiting for the blockchain transaction to come through. So it takes about 10 minutes, I think, total. When I was using Electroneum, I bought $20. I think it took about 7 minutes for it to release the funds and put it in the package there. And so it's a lot of fun. Let's see here. Let's try one more time if this will let me. Well, first of all, let me see if I have a pack real quick. I may or may not have. No, I don't have any packs. Should have bought some before we started the game. I'll try this one more time. One pack. Okay. So this is going to come up and it's going to want me to put in my password. Let's do one of these. And my password's about 50 characters. Oh, he added. Basically, what I'm doing is typing in my password. Which I thought I did correctly. Try one more time. Well, doesn't like what I'm doing. Okay. I won't be able to load a pack in right now. I forgot I did something else. Okay, so basically what it was just asking me for my password, but it was actually asking me for something else, a key that I have put away, so I can't do that live. Anyway, get the packs, it'll open them up. It's a lot of fun. You get to see what's in there and what's not. Now, so now you have, as you play, as you go into battle and you play a game, you can earn these dark energy crystals, which is kind of neat. So far I've earned 554 dark energy crystals. I think it's like 10 to a penny or something like that. So I got, what, 55 cents there or something like that, somewhere in that range. I don't know. It might even be 5.5 cents for all I know. I have to double check. Maybe it is 5.5 cents. So, you know, as you go along, but you know, you can earn it and check it out. Now, once you go along, obviously you have the ability to go into the market. In here are where people list their cards. So you can look at your deck and you can say, hey, I want to put it up for sale. And the cards can be listed here. And it's kind of cool. You can go back to older editions. Like the current edition is the Untamed packs. But they had the Alpha packs, the Beta packs. They have promo packs, reward packs. And then there's a dice pack, which is kind of interesting. But you know, you can take a look at the first set of cards. You can see the flavor of them are a little more cartoony. but they're still pretty cool. They perform in the same way. They just look a little bit different. But you can see that even some of the most average cards are going for anywhere $5 to $10. There's a couple that are $2. But if you think about it, these were purchased almost 2 years ago, and so if you divide out a pack of cards for $2, so that's basically you get 5 cards. So that's 40 cents a card, and you get 5 cards in the pack. So you're looking at 40 cents a card. So a lot of these cards over the last 2 years have 3-4x'd for the most basic of card. The most plentiful of cards, the throwaways, the cards that are selling for for less than a penny now in the current packs are selling now. Like this card here sells for $1.21. When they first came out, you can get 3 for 2 cents or something like that. So if you think about it, if you only paid a penny for these cards and you purchased them, because what I like to do is sometimes I'll buy a pack, but other times I'll take my $2 and I can get 100 cards with $2. Because people buy they get it and they go, oh, it's a crappy card, and they throw it to the side, right? And they leave it there, or they'll put it up for a sale for a penny or 2 pennies or what have you. All right. Well, these guys bought them and they held on to them for about 2 years, and that 2 cents turned into $1.21. All right. So if you have a lot of different cards, oops, let's kick that back again. There we go. Earthquake. So if you think about it, that's a 50x on that card. Yeah, it's only $1.21, but there are thousands of them, tens of thousands of them that got compressed. And now, of course, you could pick any one of these, even the cheapest of cards. Here's the cheapest one, 50 cents. This must have been a million or 10 million printed card, however many it is. I think it's a million. It goes 10,000, 100,000, and a million cards. So even at a million cards, it's still 52 cents. That's still a 25x over a million cards. I don't know about you, but that's the way I would do it. As you start going forward. But you could give it a try. You're gonna have to sit on it, just like any other crypto piece of crypto. As people use the game, the cards become more valuable. In use. All right, here's one that's only 28 cents. That was only a 12x. But there are a couple that we could go. Let's go. Price down. Let's take a look. So these are these are the regulars. So $24 on the alpha for the regular car seems to be the best of the deal here as far as cost. Now, I don't believe that they had gold foil. Yeah, I guess they did have some gold foil. So it looks like so in this first the 2 years ago, the first packs, there would be ultra rare cards. So if you buy a pack, inside there could be not only the rare, the epic, and the legendary. So you have 1 million printed on your regular card. You'll have 100,000 printed of your epics, and then you'll have only 10,000 printed of your legendaries. And then I'm not even sure how many they print on the gold foil. The gold foil is a gold card. Okay, if you have a baseball card or whatever, it's gold foiled, it's shiny, it's got some reflective properties, and they're ultra rare cards. Again, when they opened the pack, it only cost them 40 cents. All right, because 40 times 5, $2. All right, $2 for the pack. It cost them 40 cents. So some of these cards, are selling. This one's here selling for $4,500. 1,000, and then it goes down from there, because these are the gold foil legendaries or epics or summoners. So they're worth more. $800, $700. Let's get to the cheapest one here. All right, so some of the cheaper ones are going for $12, $10, $9. There's one as low as... All right, so the cheapest one is $3.74. All right, so you know, if you look at it, there's definitely the ability to earn, let the card, you know, become more valuable as people want them, and put them together and compress them. Because you could do the same thing with the gold cards. You could take your gold cards. You have a bunch of these here, and you can compress them together. So you can see this one here. This one's selling for $85. So here's a perfect example. Here's a card. If you buy just the regular card, right, like if it came right out of the pack, it's worth $4.50 now. Okay, and there's a total of one card, and it has one card together. This is a virgin card, so it sells for $4.50. That's a 10x, 11x. Okay, now this guy up at the top here, if you take a look, so this is the one card. It sold for this one's selling for $3.80. This guy's selling it cheaper. Okay, now if you take a look up at the top here, this one guy here, it's a level 9 card. He's bought 27 of these gold-plated cards, gold foil cards, and he's compressed them together into the one card. So the one card, so if I click on the one card, all right, you can show you, it'll show you the basics. That one card has the compression of 27 gold foil cards behind it. So that one there is worth $86. Okay, so there's a difference between the $375 and the $85.91, and so you can see how by compressing the cards, they can become worth more. And at the same time, every time you compress cards, they burn the other ones away. So everything gets compressed into the one card. It levels up, and those 9 cards that did the leveling up compression get burnt. All right, boom, more scarcity, no longer available, makes the NFT worth more. And what's happening is more and more players are getting here. They're buying up these cards and compressing them and burning them up. And over a period of time, with all these new players that are coming on board, they get burnt away until there's none left, or just a few left, and you can only purchase them basically from somebody, and either you agree on a price or you don't at that point. So that's basically how that works. And there are some there. I saw one card in here for like $100,000. I don't think the guy will ever get it, but there's I think only 3 of them or something like that, or it showed only 3 cards as a rarity, which was kind of bizarre. If you go into the market and I take a look at the promo cards and all the existing cards, right? Okay, so here we go. So I'm looking at all the existing cards. All right, so if you take a look, you can see the rarity here. This tells you how many of them are available for purchase. Okay, because obviously it's a low number. It's going to be worth more money. So there's 3 of these cards. There's 2 of these cards. There's 5 of these gold dragons over here. All right, these are going for the dragons $2,500. This guy wants $4,500. This guy wants $10,000 for the Prince Julian. This one here, there was 3 of them. See, this tells you, if you take a look at this, this here is total circulation available. This is how many for sale. So this card, there's only 3 that were made or found or what have you. There's only 3 of them in the system. Okay, and it's the Archmage Aurus. This guy, he put this one card up for sale, and he wants $105,000 for it. I don't know. I think I'd buy a half a Lambo. Well, you have to think about it. This probably more of an appreciating product, but I'm sure you can negotiate with this guy if you got $100,000 burning a hole in your pocket. That's pretty funny. But even some of these, they're going for $10,000. You take a look. There's 2 of them here for sale. The level 4. Each of them have 6. See what happened? It looks like there were more cards available, and they got compressed. So this guy compressed 3 cards, and this guy compressed 3 cards, and that's the reason why. Because they probably used all of them that were around, or most. They used half of the printed inventory to create it. So that's the reason why there's such a limited availability of this particular card. And you never know, you could get it in because there's only a total of 7 cards, right? So 2 of them are for sale. So there's 5 people out there still squirreling theirs away. If each of them had 3, 7, 14 is 21. So there was a total of 21 of these cards printed, and it could be in a pack that you open up. And then in a couple of years, it's it's value, because it looks at the value of the card, of what the last purchase price is, and if a single card was selling for $400 and you got 3 of them there, well, whatever, it adds up the price and it tells you what its estimated value is, and either you want it or you don't. Right now. So this just gives you an example of how an NFT can work, how you can, get them through a packed and distribution fair process, hold on to them, and compress them to make them worth more. And over time, if there's a demand for the card, it obviously has more value. Now, Splinterlands happens to be one of the top blockchain DeFi NFT games out there, believe it or not. And I saw Jesse out there, and he was telling everybody that the Electroneum folks and the Basic Attention folks have definitely been participating and joining in also. So I'm sure there's a big surge of people looking for cards and what have you. So it's a lot of fun. But that's the basic concept, where I can own, this guy here owns on the blockchain this specific card. All right, and so because he has that specific card, he can trade it for a value. And what's neat, though, is they put the market right on here, so you can, purchase and or sell. So if you put your card on the market, it will, and say you want to sell it, it'll put it up for display. Somebody purchases it. Splinterlands takes a 5% fee and throws the rest in credits into your account there. So you have that to do other things with, or get paid in different types of cryptocurrency. So I should be so lucky, but I'm not. Not my card. So and Jesse was saying there have been some cards selling in the $20,000 range for this game. It's not uncommon, he says, for people to spend that much for these cards. I guess if you're a guy and you had plenty of Bitcoin from the beginning, and you only paid, $1 for it, or even $10 for, Bitcoin, you can take the Bitcoin and you could trade it for something for 20, 2 Bitcoins, you trade it for something, it only costs you $20. Even though it's $23,000 worth of Bitcoin, you only bought the Bitcoin for $20. So you can get the card, if you're sitting on 10,000 Bitcoins, it's no big deal, I guess. But once again, I'm not that lucky. But some folks are. And what's neat is they are going to be opening this here next week or so. They're going to start offering land cards. Well, you'll be able. See, this is where a lot of you guys play was that Minecraft? And this is where this is going to pick up and do a lot of new stuff. What's happening is that you'll be able to buy a parcel of land, and that land can maybe has woods in it or something like that, so it can generate wood, and so you can build a building on it and earn resources off the land. It might be water, it might be different types of things. It might have a magical creature in it. There might be mana ore inside that plot of land, but it can now generate an ingredient, and then you can take those ingredients and put them together and create special potions and magic that you can then use also besides your characters. You can then also throw a potion bottle in and stun everybody and do things to try to get the edge on the other team, so that you can win the dark energy crystals, which have a value also. But so they're creating these land parcels, which is going to be pretty good. So it's going to be like and you can rent the land. So you can take the land. So if you get a couple of parcels of land, you'd be able to put it together and rent it. Maybe a guy wants to, put a wood mill on there, so he's going to make wood and planks for boards to be able to build buildings for people. So he can rent out the land or put a sawmill on it and rent it out so that people can come rent it and mill the wood, because they may have a piece of land that has water, and so they can't mill anything, but they've got some wood and they need to turn it into boards, so they can rent a piece of the shop from you, I don't know, for $1 or something like that, and then they can then process their wood into boards. Then they can take it back to their plot of land and build a building on it. It's going to be really interesting, because once you have the building, because then they can, maybe make a magic building where they can take the water or the mana or whatever and turn it into a potion, and then they can sell these potions. So you can actually mint new cards of potions and and other stuff, and create an economy in this game, so that you can build and make stuff and have ownership of little parcels of land, and turn it around and earn money off it. This is all DeFi, guys. This is this is like a microcosm of DeFi and NFTs in action, because by putting together a game, you get to see an economy be built where people get characters and creatures, awarded them, find them, purchase them, and then they go and beat each other up to win dark energy crystals, and then you'll have a piece of land where you can then create and make stuff. We created the Digitspin Furious Chicken Guild, and so we have 18 folks. I think there's 9 of us, 10 of us now so far, but we can have up to 15 folks in the guild, and basically by grouping together and belonging in the guild, and we can donate to the guild, and then eventually the guild has enough donations where it gets to another level, and we can have another person, and then we get special discounts. If you're in the guild, you earn more dark energy crystals when you play and you battle the creatures, and so you're going to have economies where people are going to be, they're not even going to be, they might not even want to play battle, use the battling system. They just may want to have some land and get some creatures to go, put on the land and assign it to the land to go, grab wood and make boards out of it. And, and all you're going to do is basically create an economy. There'll be guys that just, make things and sell it. Yeah, get your planks here, planks of wood here. Basically, creating an economy of making things, you know, like what's that that block game, Minecraft, you know. But this time, you know, you can actually, it actually has a physical value to it. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You get or you can just be a landlord and just buy the land and rent it out to somebody. It's a lot of fun. You're gonna want to check it out. I'm gonna we'll close it up for today. There's so much more as we go along. I'll probably do some live gaming. You know, I'll get it all set up on here. We'll actually do a battle and play. Actually, we could probably do one. Let's see if we could do one. Let's do a quick battle here. Let's see. We'll do one right now. Alright, I'll turn the music off. So basically here are the rules. Everything is in reverse. I'm in a higher level, so everything gets a little more complicated. But you look at the rules here, and it's telling you speed attack. So the fastest or the slowest, and the slowest are going to be the fastest. They're going to reverse it. And you can get up close and personal with a melee attack. So I'm going to accept this battle. This guy plays death all the time. And you can see the characters that he uses and where he puts them. So let's do that, and we'll make a team. All right, so I'm gonna pick. Let's bump this up. Let's take this here. Let's bump this up, and let's take a look at the characters. You only have a few minutes. I got a minute 37 to play this guy. So we'll see. This guy's gonna do some exciting stuff, and I only have 32 mana that I can play, so that's a decent amount. So I'm going to pick a good guy there. Let's go to I got 17. Let's get a tough character up front. I'm going to take him. We'll get a backup plan there. Now I'm going to change from attacker to my ranged, my magic throwers, and my let's see here. So I got a warhog. Okay, let's do him. And now I got some more heavy duty characters. Let's put a sandworm in there, a hydra in there. Oh, 39, too much. Let's get. I got 42 seconds. I gotta do that. Let's put a ram in there, and let's throw in the furious chicken, and now we're gonna do a battle. Alright. Hey, you want to know me's out there. Alright, so now I've picked my cards. I'm over here. I'm up on the. I'm at the bottom down here. Let's get me out of the way. I'm at the bottom. So my cards get laid out, and these are their cards up here. So each one, they're going to be able to throw spells at each other and do things. So let's activate the play, and let's see what happens. It's sort of like four-dimensional chess. And we're going to see what I do. I got my... Alright, so they got a power up, they got a faster speed. This guy's got a lot of excitement here. So my character just hit theirs, and my eagle hit theirs, my war hog hit them. Alright, they just killed my chicken. My furious chicken just took a beating. Alright, but my character just resurrected him. Alright, the ram hits the unicorn, I take out their unicorn. Alright, they're battling my mechanism. They got healed. They missed my chicken, my mech. And my bird's gonna take him out. Boom, takes out that card. Alright, now I'm gonna toss a targeting. Their vulture hits me, my ram hits them and kills the bird. Alright, so it's like chess. You gotta put the cards in the right place at the right time to be able to win a battle. Okay. And now I'm going to take out... Oh, 5. I took him right out. Looks like I'm going to win this with ease. Alright, we got some kind of a creature here. My eagle attacks. Oh! Damages him. Takes out all of his life. The horny toad to miss him. The ram takes him. Boom. 1 point. Hits him. I took out 2 from my shield. And boom. I just took out the horny toad. I am victorious! I won. Alright, so you can see here the Digitspin And the Digitspin Furious Chickens. I'm in the guild, the Digitspin Furious Chicken Guild, and this guy doesn't have a guild. It's Jaharif. So I won 20 points here for my experience points. So I have a total of 1,500 experience points, and I won 5.83839 dark energy crystals. All right, which is a fraction of a penny, but I won some dark energy crystals. Okay, and but you can use them to purchase things and stuff like that later on. So I not only did I get to collect the cards, I got some of that came with it. I put $20 in, and I've upgraded a few of them as we went along, and it was just pretty cool. And then I get to battle with them, and it's a lot of fun. It's pretty addictive. It's sort of like a coach. Basically, you have your players, and each one does something specifically good. So you want to put the right guy in the right position to support this guy. So you could tell the bird would swoop in and back him up, and and then you have your magic throwers at the back, and the guys who are fighting hand to hand. While they're battling, the guys in the back are throwing the magic potions, shooting the arrows, that type of stuff. And if you get it right, you can take out your opponent. It's really addictive, because it's a real challenge to your brain to understand the characters, what they're good at, what they're not good at, to take out the opponent and earn a few. So it's a lot of fun. Give yourself a try. If you want to learn about NFTs, this is perfect, because you get some for free. You can't go wrong. Now, if anybody up on the live chat, we got a few people. Does anybody want a free spellbook? If you're going to be trying, if you want to play this and give it a try, all right. Keep in mind it's $10 to buy the spellbook so that you can put your characters in it. Now, you can get your first initial characters, but I'm not sure if you can play them until you get your spellbook. I have to take a look at that. I don't recall, but you need a spellbook to be able to, if you want to do anything, trade and do stuff and collect more cards, you have to have a spellbook. It's $10. So if anybody was interested, wants a spellbook, now's the time to tell me. I can toss one out there. If not, I'm going to be giving them out on the Digitspin Telegram channel and on the Digitspin Furious Chickens Telegram channel to go from there. All right, so I'm going to go on the assumption that everybody has a spellbook currently. And if you're new, you're watching this video after the fact and are interested, there's only a few spellbooks left. Stop by the Digitspin Furious Chicken Telegram channel, and maybe you'll get one. At least ask. You never know. We'll see how many I got left. Get you guys in on this. All right. Have fun, guys. Thanks for chatting with me. I'll do some more stuff with this as we go along. We'll do some live plays and some other stuff. I guess the video game guys do that, right? They sit there and they play video games and chat and talk while they're playing. So maybe we'll do something like that at one point. I'll just go live and play Splinterlands. It's a lot of fun. Hey, see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you learned something. Take care.